I think we should wear it throughout. Yeah,
it's a major milestone. I'm not too sure if there has been any African team that has not conceded.
All of them have. Yeah, that's also one.
It's not conceded.
Clean sheet too. Oh wow, it's true. So let's talk about Black Stars. Let's start.
England themselves, they've conceded.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
Yeah. In the match they won, they were scored 2.
Yeah.
So we've done.
Okay. So lawyer, let me start. The Black Star game. Let's review.
So good morning to you, my able members on the table, then the good people of Ghana. So far, so good. Yesterday, I said something that, look, the game is played for 90 minutes.
Yeah.
So we should all be patient and watch out for the end. At the end of the day, this is what we got. You know, in a game of football these days, it's more of tactics. It's not just being on the field and playing. So I think I believe in this coach.
Yes.
I believe in him. He's very tactical. So you see, playing against England, whose bench? Look at the people who are coming from the bench. Whose bench is even far better
than someone's 11.
No, on paper, it's far better than us. Even their bench. You needed to have a strategy too. And it worked. And I saw it work because we were able to hold them for the first 15 minutes.
Yeah. And
then the frustration started.
Yes.
And they didn't really, apart from the ball that I think hit the post and then Hurricane played it into the. I'm not too sure if they had some clear-cut chances. Yes, they were playing, but they couldn't really get those clear-cut chances. And that is England, football team. So it's a day of joy. Of course, that is not, we didn't score them neither. We are not trying to, but we are being tactical. Now we have 4 points. And Croatia, I know the strategy will not be the same. It would also differ. So and kudos to all of them. They played as a team. As a team. In fact, the strikers would go up, come down, and defend and all that. They played their hearts out. And I think I don't want to single anyone out. I mean, they played as a team, and then the coach gave it to him because he just, got hold of the team. I mean, he was only given that responsibility. And a good coach would have to just rely so much on strategy and tactics rather than play for just the optics. And I think it's working. Yeah. We least expected to be here at this. Because 4 points,
no goal conceded
between ourselves and England, topping the group. And what happened with the
Croatia won.
Croatia won.
So they are third now.
That means we need to hold Croatia so that we are able to. But it's likely England will beat Panama. So we have to hold Croatia, and that I'm sure will happen. So
one thing that I get excited about this game or these games we've played. Yesterday, you could see some confidence in our 2 centre backs. The first game, they were a big G3. That was their first World Cup. But yesterday, you saw some confidence in Adeti and yes.
It very well.
So like we are growing into that, and that has been our strategy. We climb. You know, Prof. Let me not take this.
Yes. So you are right. We as a country, we usually grow into the competition, and so it was rather more of a challenge for me how we were going to approach the first match than the second match. In fact, the first match I was confident of a win, even more than what we got. I was thinking we were going to win by a minimum 2-3 goals. But we got 1. But I was confident not because we were good at our first games, but because of the team we were playing with. I didn't so much respect Panama, with all due respect to them. Because, in terms of football, if not for recent underperformance of the Black Stars, which dropped us and on the world ranking, FIFA ranking, Panama was above us. So it was like they were a better team. But just on the ranking, I didn't believe in reality if Ghana is actually playing football, Panama can come close. So I didn't give them that much respect. We won, not by the margin I wanted, by 1-0, very respectful scoreline. But going into England's game, I felt we really had a very huge task to perform. Because like Honorable rightly said, I was scared more by their bench the substitutions that they do scares you more than the
Well, you have Saka on the bench, Rashford on the bench.
Rashford is coming.
You have yes.
These guys already.
So I got scared by the first match they played against Croatia, and I said, Charlie, we are in for trouble. Because the first match against Croatia, the coach brought in that scary substitution, and I was like, hey, if they should do this against Ghana, around the second half, when maybe stress is coming in and fatigue is setting in, then you bring on Saka, Rashford. Around that time, I was scared. But I knew very well that Black Stars were going to do well. And let me also add to what Honorable said in respect of the coach. The coach has proved to be a coach. We won not by our experience over England.
Pure strategy.
We were not too kind of skillful than the England team. To all the physical inspections, they were going to be above us. But technically, you saw we were playing a game. And I'm told that the scuffle that occurred between Bellingham and our bench.
No, it was one of our players. I forgot.
But I saw the coach coming to retaliate and all those things.
Well, it was about to degenerate.
Yes,
and most of the players were getting involved.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm told, I don't know, I don't have confirmation. When the sports team come, perhaps we can find that confirmation, that Bellingham was angry because he didn't like the style we were playing, and he was complaining.
Is it up to him?
He was complaining that we were not opening the game. We also heard that. He said, what kind of game is that? You are not opening the game.
You can't open it for so that they can run.
I heard one of the commentators from where I watched through the Ghana Television Consortium.
Yes.
And one of the commentators was saying that we are burying football. I said, what? If Moreno plays it, it's fine. But if we play
I was shocked. Bellingham, what do you mean by we are not making football beautiful? We should open the game. What is beautiful football? We came to we have
going to war with strategy.
Yes,
that was our strategy.
And let's applaud the coach. He did very, very well. All coaches must learn. You don't play the same style to all teams. You know the team you are going to play with and map up specific, tailor-made strategy for them. We frustrated them.
Yeah.
We made them respectively useless. Kind of. Kane was missing.
Ian Bellingham.
More than 3 shots.
Ian Bellingham, they were out.
Missing from the game, totally. And this could only be an outcome of strategy. So, kudos to the team, kudos to the coach. I am optimistic that Croatia will not be this tight. We should try and win. We should go for a win. Before the tournament commenced, I was like, a win Panama, draw England, and then a win Croatia.
Okay.
I am expecting that the team should, after doing this magic for us, they should go all out. Not as in lower down their strategy, but they should go all out and try to win over Croatia for us. I will go for a win on Saturday at 9 p.m.
Okay.
We wish the team so well. Goalkeeper Benjamin Asare, you did well. Top. Yeah, you did well. SM for life.
Yesterday on Bellingham, when he was awarded man of the match, and I guess he shouldn't have gotten closer, but he probably deserves it. It should have been given to one of our defenders or the goalkeeper.
Yes, and he was
Adeti, one of our center
Sanaya.
The one with the break. No, not Sanaya.
When you check the statistics, Sanaya is ahead of all of the at the back. Yes, but still.
I preferred our center pair was very good. Benjamin Asare was very good.
One of them also did well.
Yes.
You see how he actually
held them.
And Sibu. I said that if the coach is minded of really holding England, he should play Sibu and Partey to serve as a wall in front of them.
It worked
perfectly. You could see Sibu tracking down the left-hand side, giving Partey the room to then defend, sit deeper.
You know, Kojo, I was thinking that after the match, I thought maybe next time we should try to protest the penalty. We were expecting VAR to do his work.
To call,
VAR didn't do, we also didn't protest. And at the end of the game, see all the commentary. From experienced referees,
no, even Rooney said
it should have been a penalty.
Even Rooney, yes.
So, I mean, they should add that some members of the bench should be interested.
Yeah, because, I think so.
No, let us not over-rely on
the
protest. Yes.
This have been the captain. Because if the captain had approached the referee to protest, I'm sure it was.
The captain is also on the field, so I would assign this responsibility to the bench.
But they can't go on.
They can't go there. It's the captain who
I've seen some of the staff.
I think the approach was happy with us. What did
Yes, I think when you...
This is England.
England, this is the first time they are lining up their best.
Yeah.
First time.
They had all of them.
Solid team.
To the extent that even those who did not go, Kopama didn't even go. You understand? It should tell you that...
Could be in the first 11 of our
You see, so when we played the first match, that was when I got to know that now Ghana will have a coach. Because first half, we really did not perform.
No.
Second half, he did some substitution and we won.
Yeah.
Then this one, first half, when I checked the ball possession and I saw 85-15, I was scared. Then when we got to the second half, then I got to know that the coach entered into the game with his scoreline. He wanted a draw. Check the number of shots that the England had shot into our side. It all went through human wall. Check. They will shoot and you have a defender blocking.
Yes. Yeah.
You get it? So he really went into the game with his scoreline. And that was how we think Ghana now we have a coach. Because if you line up the players, if you match them 1-1, it's only Semenyo who can match them up. Only Semenyo and maybe our skipper who is an experienced player.
And then also...
Patti, I'm talking about Patti.
Yes.
Who is an experienced player. But when you check, almost all our players, even look at even the market value, ours are around 10 million, 50 million, and so on. And they are around averagely 60 million. So you could tell that indeed Ghana yesterday won. That's why when you said we should all have been in the jersey. Yes, because we won, even in England. Look at when he was given the man of the match. He said, I didn't deserve it.
Yeah.
Because he felt that those who blocked them from winning are the defenders. Look at our goalkeeper. He did 3 saves. 3 saves, crucial saves that would have entered. And this is a local goalkeeper. And this is the first time a local goalkeeper is also in the post for Ghana. So I think we'll have to commend the entire playing team. And even if we get a draw against Croatia, we'll still qualify. Even if we don't get a draw, we'll still qualify.
Yeah, sure. We've qualified.
The third team, so we've qualified. So we have to really change the game again. I'm sure the coach will change the game again. Because initially I was thinking that why not open so that Semenyo can go and score for us? But when I got to the second half and I saw that he intentionally blocked it and was calling them to come back, and I felt that indeed he went with his scoreline so that he'll be able to top the team. We pray to top the team because after topping the team, you're going to get a second-tier team so that you play with them so that you could go to the, you could advance to the next stage of the competition. So kudos to the team and the love. This is the time I've seen that the love has really come back again. And the songs and by the Kakalika and the one by Kofi Kinata and so on. And it has really ignited. Every Ghanaian is happy. And this is what brings us together. You will never see us arguing what is Black Stars.
No.
When I watched the match, there were some ladies. In fact, at a point, the men were asking whether they were watching the same match. I tell them, a man will also tell me, our face crashed like, he was like, this is why they watching this same match. It was like they're watching
the excitement.
This game calls for that.
I think that credit should go to the coach. I think he used a very good strategy. Yes. And when it comes to patriotism, I think Ghanaian women have excelled. You drive through town, you have more women in the jet.
Even this morning when I was coming,
it's just amazing. It's just amazing. It's just.
I think they have
I'm convinced we'll bring the cup.
We'll bring the cup.
I'm convinced to bring the cap. We should just continue supporting. Continue wearing our
last time, no, there's this morning I was telling someone that from the way we are progressing, you know, when we get to the knockout stage, which is the 32, all you need to do is hold someone, let's draw, let's get to penalties, everybody's game. If we get to penalties and it becomes our game, we've moved on. Draw, move on. If it's your game, and we have been sorry.
You see, even with that, look, we got like two clear chances.
Yes.
If he was that
if Senaya was clinical, he would have scored his goal.
I think they went in with the mindset of we are going to hold them.
Absolutely, because you see in the second half, in the early part of the second half, Partey started moving in. But within some few, I think he was asked
has been called back.
Because he started moving in. He said, no, come back.
Because if they had changed their strategy, they would have broken them down. Then England would have returned over. And probably have 3-2 or so.
If you check the strategy of the English team, they wanted to pull out the Ghana team. Then they would go
behind
the second half. So they now, as though they were rather staying back.
So they tried that like twice in the first half. In the first half, we were virtually playing the game in a half. So they will play and even go to their goalkeeper. Try to, but you
just like when Mourinho was at Inter Milan. You remember when he used Inter Milan for Mourinho? He called them, come back. He was calling the striker to go and defend.
So Semenyo would track down the left-hand side, but just when he gets to the center line, he tracks back. Then they will leave Ayupe just to be there, to be frustrating the people as though. So there's a man there. So that our strategy worked.
You did well.
Our strategy worked.
The boys did well.
Yes, all our guys. And you see, the reason why I think the coach deserves plaudits is that any coach would have started Asante. The guy who
Asante,
would have started him.
He didn't want to run because you see, Asante and Nuyama, they would have really run. But if you go and they outrun you, that's why he didn't even bring them out.
So I said the coach is really good because he saw that in this match, I don't need runners. I need sitters. People who can sit. And this is why when a player holds the ball, it wasn't a problem for him because hold it, and that's how we got. We got our first corner. Our first corner was from hold. Semenyo went, lost the ball. Ayu took it and blocked two people, and we got a corner. That's the first time English then saw that. Hey, if
they are capable.
I'm told in their history, this is the first time they had done 79% possession,
but never scored. So Blacks, as kudos to you. We really love you, and like you said, the love is there. Yesterday, the videos we saw.
Deep into the night, people were still enjoying
from the East Legon executive Lil Wayne, this guy,
Parliament, even in Parliament.
Someone said, "Where Yaudabu came?"
I saw Manasseh Azuri. Don't tell me the trick is a 60-year-old.
And commentator says, "Oh, that's an adorable child." You
don't know.
Yaudabu is someone's father.
49 years old.
But it's good. It tells that we can do better. So kudos to all of us.
Complacency. We need to avoid certain teams. As for the best placed third teams, they are likely to face the likes of, you understand? I think we can score.
Oh, we can score Croatia. We can.
So we need to map up.
We have the boys to help us do that. Remember,
Croatia is also not an easy team. You know, for consistently, they've gone beyond the quarterfinal for I think 3 different World Cup. So they are not an easy team. Yes. And they played as a team for a long time.
And their coach too has been with them for a long time. So yeah.
And they have a player coach in the captain.
Luka
Modric. So for me, still setback. Look, if it ends in 0-0, you are fine qualified. You have 5 points. The day before.
Yes.
So you see, for me, let's not rush to stay back. You see, because we've done it before, we can do it. Stay back.
As for Croatia, I would go for the strategy we used against Panama. let's hold them a little, frustrate
so that we can open up.
But we should bring in the runners to
Brandon and Norma.
So honorable, make no favor.
Croatia
can progress to the next.
Croatia has performed better than England for the last 3 World Cups.
Yes.
It's not about
Croatia is a good team.
Because they have more in the middle who is
no, it's not about scare. You let's sit back. If it ends in 0-0, we are gone. One goal project, which you remember it's below.
I think it was
yes. And we got to the final. One goal. Yeah.
Anyway,
well, we can go far.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
So Ivory Coast should learn something from.
Senegal is out.
Senegal is out. That's what they've lost.
They will do something. Now, Morocco and I think Ivory Coast.
Even Algeria, because they scored yesterday, so they are
still.
Anyway, okay. So let's wish the Black Stars the best. It would have been exciting that we stay on Black Stars because it looks like Black Stars. There are no fighting amongst us.
That's what's taking over there.
But let's talk about the utility tariffs. Now, the PRC has announced an increase in electricity tariffs by 3.49% and a marginal upward adjustment in water tariffs by 0.85% effective July 1, 2026. But the minority is rejecting this. They have had they've had cause to say that you can't be doing that at a time when things are good. It says minority has strongly opposed the Public Utilities Regulatory Commission's proposed tariff adjustment. This follows an report, but it says that in a statement issued on Monday, June 22, PRC said adjustments were made in line with its mandate to undertake quarterly tariff reviews to reflect changes in key operational factors affecting utility service providers. But speaking to City News, Deputy Ranking Member on Parliament's Energy Committee, Collins Adamakomensa said recent improvements within the utility sector should have paved the way for a reduction in tariffs rather than an increase. Lawyer, let me start with you here.
Well, you want to start with me?
Yes. We know that there have been some improvements in the economy. So people were expecting that we won't see increases, but rather probably reductions. Why are we seeing increment?
You see, let me start off this way. Nobody, and in a situation like this, when you are speaking, you ought to be very careful. As somebody who is coming from the government, of course, it's not too good a news for the people of Ghana, undoubtedly. Because if you had your budget and had your plans, that, for instance, you pay electricity bills of, say, 100 cedis in a month, by this announcement from July, you should be expecting to pay 103 103. Of course, not for someone, this is nothing. For another, it's huge. Because the more you consume, surely you have to pay. So it's not really something we celebrate. We may only have to appeal to the people of Ghana that they should bear with us. I think that relatively, and you see, because we are all talking about what is on the field now, the soccer and all that, we tend to forget that our electricity has been stable, relatively, compared to what it was before. I think that is the first thing we all pray for. Is stability key? It's now about affordability.
Yeah.
But of course, you know, we need to be able to keep the lights on using some of these monies. I rather, and let me say this, yes, it's an announcement from PURC, but I think that much as I appeal to the people of Ghana, also have an issue with PURC with this particular announcement and the explanation they are giving. I have read about what their director of research, is that it? What's his name? Because if you tell us that it is largely due to the performance of the city,
so in the statement, the issue says the quarterly review track and incorporate movements in key operational factors such as the exchange rate between the Ghana cedi
about the exchange rate
and the United States dollars, and the domestic inflation rate.
Hold it. They claim they used 21 point. What was it? The rate 11.22.
Yes.
Now, the last one they did 11.19.
So it's 11.2.
Yes. So if you ask me, this wasn't so much to have come to this. If there are other factors, they should tell us. But if it is because they admit that inflation has dipped. So if it is all about the exchange rate, then I don't think we should have this. You see, to be honest with you, and as a politician, let me put it this way. Sometimes it is not even about the rate of increment. It's even about the optics. Out there, yasa to electricity move. That's even enough to embarrass the government. But this is, well, relatively, this is not so much. I thought that we could keep it at where it is, at least for this window. And await what would come up in the next window. This was, for me, if they are saying that between 11.19, 11.22, I mean, about 0. It's even the 0. It's the same, 0.2. So what are you telling us? Is there something you are not telling us? I would not come and defend wholly what we have here, except they convince us that indeed there are other factors. Of course, we also appreciate that they did some decrease. I mean, some time ago, wasn't in the April a reduction about 4 point something. Of course, and they refer to all these indicators. So if the indicators are such that it is only the exchange rate you refer to, and the exchange rate between 11.19 and 11.2, whatever, I don't think we should have come this far. 3 points, of course, may not be much, but I think it's avoidable. We could have stayed what we had for now, waiting, except there is something I don't know. But if it is all about the exchange rate, then I think this is not something we can take wholly. They should come again.
Maybe the cost of fuel could be the issue.
Well, I made this statement based on what. That's what I'm saying. If there is any other thing, they should come again. But if it is all about the exchange rate, then I think it's unfair. Let me put it bluntly. Okay. It's unfair.
Well,
yes, I think this is really serious because we didn't expect to see any increment. We were expecting a reduction. Looking at the factors they used over the last 1 year, 6 months. You remember in the first quarter of 2025, when they were increasing it to 14.7%, they told us inflation was around 23% at that time, and exchange rate was around 14%. So they believe that is the way to go. And when you check last year, between 2025 up to today, there is a cumulative increment of 28%. And what makes this serious is that this is a government that campaigned on reducing electricity. When you read the NDC's manifesto, and when you check the commentaries by Asie Dunketia and others, when they said they are bringing 24-hour economy, they said they will make sure that they have reduced electricity. You remember they said they will even bring time of use meters for Ghanaians who will hook on to the 24-hour economy, the welders and so on. So if you have come and today electricity is higher than when you met it, in 2024, the entire year cumulative increment was 6.4%. In fact, the first quarter of 2025, we even did a reduction. Then we increased until it got to 6.4% cumulatively for the year. Today, we're paying 28%. I remember we in the People's Forum wrote officially to PURC that we think we needed a reduction. And within that time was the time that they reduced 4%. And it really came to a cumulative percentage of 24%. Now you are increasing it. And inflation is at its lowest, 3.7%. Then there is relative stability of the cedi. Then you are telling us that you are increasing it again. So they still want to maintain the 28% cumulative that they had done in the last 1 year. This is the height of insensitivity. I think the government can come in. At a point in time, you remember, the president can come in and tell them, suspend it. It does happen. You have Nanaya Jantua, who is at the presidency, who is also a board member. So they will have to come in, step in and tell them to suspend it, because what they are even telling us as the factors is untenable. Don't forget, that is the only time we were paying 1 cedi for every liter for Dumso. So if you're talking about generation mix, you have a support from the 1 cedi so that you'll be able to help with the generation mix. So it is really the height of insensitivity. We were expecting about 6-7% at least reduction. Not for you to come and tell us that you've checked and between the first quarter and this time, there is this depreciation, and you think that depreciation alone of just a few coins should be able to really generate a 3%. You see, the 3% you might think is really insignificant if you're buying it at 100 cedis, 200 cedis. Those who are buying 1,000, 2,000, that is when you see the real impact on it. So I believe that the PURC, even if they are not doing that, the government can step in and tell them to really suspend this, so that at least if the next quarter they check and they have to even reduce, they'll have to reduce. It's really not something that will help every Ghanaian. Okay. Against the backdrop that if you check the salary increments, it's 9%. Someone who has just taken 9% increment is paying 28% on electricity. Why?
No, okay. But sorry, a second. You see, on this occasion, you heard mine, but I don't determine how you put it. But it will be disingenuous to do this cumulative thing. And see where he ended by mentioning the rate of increase in salary for this year. Why didn't you do a cumulative? Because you are talking about the 1.5 year. But you see...
Yes, 1.5 year. Cumulative is 19%. It's even lower than our 2025. In 2025, our increment was 23% for first 6 months. 25%
because
for second.
Between 2022
we did 25%.
and the time you left office, do a cumulative analysis of how much you increase electricity.
We even reduced.
Please, it's over 30 Please check. Over 30 Who told you? Look, in 2022, you increased the 27.15%.
Okay.
Let's not go there.
Okay, so
just 2022.
Yes.
One window, 27.15. Check.
Okay.
2022. After we were paying COVID levy, you see, I don't want us.
We did a
to go there. No, how much?
18 of 17%.
No, I'm talking about 2022 to 2024.
So why will you pick only one year?
But how many years have you paid?
We did 2 years without even increasing 1%.
No, that was when you inherited power in 2017.
No, it's not even 2017. We did 2 years without increasing electricity.
Between 2017 and 2018.
Which
you didn't. In 2019, I have all the records. Okay. 2017, 2018, you didn't increase it.
No, 2018 we even reduced it by 8%.
Yes, and in 2019 you increased that first. Hold it. Everybody is listening. Check.
Yes.
In 2019, in July, you increased it by 11%.
Yes.
In October that same year, you increased it by 5.9%.
Okay.
So what are you talking about? So you took, you gave, and you took it back.
2021 zero.
No, because of the COVID. Because of the COVID. So when you were done, 2022, you came to increase it 27.15. Whom are you deceiving?
The highest in the last 10 years was under Mahama, which is around 56%.
I am telling you
under
that.
Mahama, you did 56%.
You see, I'm telling
Mahama
you.
government, you did 56%.
So it will be disingenuous.
So if it's about
after you said you gave Lifeline consumers some discount and all that.
Yes.
After that, you came to increase it 27. Even when we were paying, hold on.
Do that.
No, I'm saying that you inherited power. You see, anybody who understands it, you inherited power in 2017. You didn't increase it 2017, 2018.
We increased it.
Obviously, because someone had done some good work.
Which good work?
Everybody will tell you. Because when it got to your turn in 2019, you increased it by 11%, and then that same year, 5.9%.
Still lower than the entire Mahama administration between 2012
it is not about. So it is. I'm saying that it is disingenuous to come and then tell us that somebody has increased the electricity within the cumulative by 28%.
And this is the fact.
So 2 years before you left power, you increased the 36.48. Check your record.
That's not true.
Before you left power. So let's give you the figures. Don't just say it's not true. Don't do that. This is joining
2024, 6% cumulatively for the entire year.
So you did 2024, yes, but I'm saying that 2022 you did 27.14, 2024 5.84, 2025 3.49. Put them together.
2025 we're not in government.
I'm saying 2024, 2025. I'm saying 2024.
It is every year.
Yes.
So in 2025. First quarter, you did 14.7%.
No.
That's why you.
No. Put 27.15% to 5.84%. What do you get? That is 2023, 2024.
Yes.
What do you get?
I can give you the.
What do you get
for the entire 8 years? Then I
don't know why you are doing this. You just did. No. You are not going.
Our cumulative for 8 years is better than your
argument you want to make. When we were paying 111. We were paying for that so-called lifeline that you gave us.
And we were paying in 2014 under Dumso.
You are talking about one city levy when you inflated this and
when we were paying for Dumso.
Which paying for
2014. We did 56% under Mahama when we didn't even have like.
Which month and year?
The entire year, 2015.
So you are interested in cumulative. Who does economics like that?
We didn't even have like, we didn't
Who taught you that kind of economics?
You understand? So, indeed, this government is insensitive because you told us that you are coming to reduce electricity.
That's the
and you have been
20%. Go and check. I will play.
It is in your manifesto.
I will tell you what Baumia said.
In your manifesto.
And what Akufo-Addo said.
You said.
You didn't say you will reduce it.
We didn't.
You didn't say that.
Yes.
Okay.
Check our manifesto. But you said you do it for the 24-hour economy.
What
you remember when I said, look at I said welders and so on.
When we do politics this way, I have told you that what they have said. No, stop it. We can't politicize everything. Because I sit here, hold it, and I told you that what the explanation they're giving, I have issues.
Complaining.
Do you understand? You will defend everything. But you come and sit here and then you want to. Have you been any better?
Complaining. Today
I'm saying you did 36.48 between 2020 and 2024. Between 22 years. Cumulative. Why are you running away from the cumulative you mentioned?
8 years cumulative was 51.
I am telling you 2 years. I can't compare. I don't do my economics like that. I won't compare 8 to 1.5. I'll do 2 for you.
I'm saying
2. And I'm saying that within the 2 years, you will increase it 36.48. That is what I'm doing. Compare the 8 years.
It was 51.
Why are you doing 8 years?
It was 51. Their entire 4 years under Mahama was 111.
You can't just mention the months and the years. You are now going to break down. I mean, who does that?
I'll give you the breakdown.
I thought you will have it before. I have told you. I said you increase the 22. If you want to politicize it, this is how you go. You've done worse. In fact, yes, and I'm telling you, when we were paying COVID levy to you, the COVID levy, we were paying to you,
which is bigger than
compared to COVID levy you took, which we have taken out. The COVID levy is out.
It's bigger than COVID.
Don't run down the energy sector. Who does it levy? In 2024, your budget for the energy sector was 1.9
The one city.
And you ended up spending 9 billion. You fed the energy sector.
Kojo, the one city is bigger than e-levy, COVID, and betting tax.
Because you ran the
one city is bigger than all.
Okay.
And you're talking about COVID.
So, lawyer, I'll get your time to battle. I'll get your time to battle.
You were worse, and I'll play to you what the
yes, I'll get you time for you to rebut him.
I'm saying
you finish.
If you check our history of increment in electricity. When we came in 2016 in our campaign, we mentioned that we will ensure there will be stable electricity and we'll reduce it.
Oh,
we
you
walked
said
that
it?
talk. Yes, it was in our manifesto.
I thought you said you never said so.
I said in 2016.
And you ended
it
up
was
being
in
what?
our manifesto. When we came in 2017,
you see that hypocrisy?
in 2017, we increased it by 10%. In 2018, we reduced it by 17.1%. In 2018,
proceed.
That was the reduction.
And then
in 2019, we did an increment
of.
I'll give you the
11.
I'll give you.
July. I have it.
I'll give you
11%.
So 11.
You
in 2020. You don't
want to say that.
We did zero. 2021, we did zero. 2022, we did zero.
Have the one you increase.
2023, we had to really do around 36% in 2022. That was in 2023. Then 2024, we had to reduce it to 6.0. So when you look at it was 5.84. When you look, I'm talking about cumulative.
What is this cumulative? Why pick and choose the
year? You have to do a cumulative of the year. And I'm telling you that you have come just within 1 year, 6 months, you have done 28% against the backdrop that you told us that you are coming to give us cheaper electricity for industries to work. Then you have done 28%. Aside that, we are paying a Dumso levy of 1 cedi. When you check the petrol builder,
not promises.
When you check the petrol builder, the single biggest debt today.
So allow him.
So you see, on the petrol builder today, the single biggest tax is the Dumso levy.
Stop this.
And when you look at that Dumso levy, that Dumso levy alone is generating 7.7 billion.
On this.
When you put e-levy, Dumso, the betting tax, and the COVID tax, when you put everything together, it's not even up to this 1 cedi. Why must we pay 1 cedi, sleep in Dumso, and pay 28% on electricity? Why? Is that not the height of insensitivity? And again, you see, when you check the time that President Mahama was in government, between 2012 and 2015, every year there was increment. But we were paying for Dumso. At that time, we didn't even have light. But we were still paying to the extent that at a year we were paying 56% and so on. So if you talk about electricity increment, Akufo-Addo's government in the entire 8 years had done so well with relative stability on the of the light. Now, in the last 1 year, even
relative
today,
stability
yes,
of electricity
in the last 1 year, 6 months.
When
in the last 1 year, 6 months, for the last since January this year, every day, Daily Graphic will tell you where they will be doing so. Every day in the last 6 months. Every day.
They are changing some transformers.
We did that.
So today, where is going off?
We still get...
Today, which places are going off?
Still,
I thought you asked
still places are going off.
Where? Tell us today.
Well, I don't have Daily
Give him Daily Graphic.
But I'm saying that.
We don't have Daily
Graphic. This is... In the last 6 months, at least... Daily Graphic had been...
Tell us, you have Chief. You have Daily Graphic. Give it to him.
We don't have Daily.
Why don't you have Daily Graphic?
I mean, we deal with what comes to us.
So you see, it is untenable. The government cannot tell us that they are just increasing electricity at any point in time when we're paying 1 cedi for Dumso levy. For the mix, we're paying 28% already. And you said you have reduced 4%. You have also pushed the 4% to make it 28%. Where are how do the industries also operate now? When you are telling them that they should operate 24 hours and so on. So they have to reduce it. That's what we are calling on them to do.
All right.
So my joy online.
But let everybody have a bite when I come to you. Note it down.
No, this one, just this one. Okay. On the 12th day of September 2024, Dr. Bawumia said this. Bawumia promises 50% reduction in electricity bills.
2024.
50. Read.
Yes. So
read. So the new patriotic party presidential candidate, Dr. Bawumia, has pledged to reduce electricity tariffs by 50% if elected president.
Yes, if elected. And we have that track record because we did that. We promised in 2016. We walked the talk in 2018. So how? He was not elected. In 2016,
we said you never promised that you reduce.
What did I say?
You say you never did.
In 2016, we said we reduce it.
So you are
in 2017.
No. You said
so
you never promised. You just said it here.
If Dr. Bamia has said that he will reduce if elected, he did that. And we walked the talk.
You see what we...
At least when we promised, we were able to do that.
What did you promise? You left power after your 8 years.
When
cumulatively,
you also promised to reduce
No, it's not about us. You said you never...
But you are in government today.
No, you said that you reduce it. Cumulatively, 8 years, how much had you reduced the electricity?
We did.
No, cumulatively, how much had you reduced?
We did a reduction of 17.1%.
Wow.
Then we did 0.0 for 3 years.
And then what happened? And then what happened? 8 years.
It should tell you.
No, what happened? 8 years.
The entire 8 years, it was 51% cumulative for the entire
increase or decrease?
Increase. Your 4 years was around 111. Muhammad's 4 years between 2012 and 2016, when there was doom so, we did 100 and something percent.
We've worsened it. So
and that's it.
Okay. At least now I understand they didn't decrease it. 8 years, well, with his own figures, he said 51% increment.
Yes, compared to yours.
Let's proceed. So it's
you're not worried about the 100 and something percent.
He's not been able to give me any figures. He said you check. So why did he only threw the figures out?
Okay.
You should tell me what it is.
Kojo.
You know, Sudan has the cheapest electricity in the world. $0.002 per kilowatt hour. The electricity coverage is only 66%, and they have blackouts of 6 hours to 12 hours blackouts per day. You see,
every day,
almost every day. Egypt has 100% electricity coverage. I heard Awal admit that there was a time when there was 36% increment, and then he also mentioned some 56% increment. You know, that's during NDC time.
Yes.
PRC said something very instructive. They said that it is part of the long-term mandate that they have periodic incremental adjustments. At my residence, I buy, my electricity bill is more than 1,000 Ghana cedis a month. I think it's about 1,002 or so. That's about twice the minimum wage. It's very high. But admittedly, if we want universal coverage, if we want to reduce the blackouts, these increments, as painful as they are necessary. You understand me? If it is better we have these gradual increments that PRC is doing, than to be hit with a 36% or a 56%, which you cannot plan for. You understand me? So I honestly do not think the reasons the PRC are given, that's the exchange rate, the inflation, fuel prices, and the generation mix, I don't think those are the real reasons. You understand me? Even though those, to an extent, are important reasons. These gradual increments are important. The countries that have good electricity, they don't necessarily have cheap electricity. Our electricity has gone up gradually, but our electricity reliability has also gone up gradually, you see. So I think this increment, as painful as it is for all of us, including me, because now I have to pay more than the 1,200 I'm paying per month. I think it's necessary, and then but the politicians have to stop making these promises anytime election is coming about, reducing fuel prices and all that. You see, that is what causes the pain, because then the electorate and the populace, they vote for you based on those promises, and they have it in their mind that things are going to get cheaper in that sense. We just have to be, we rather have to promise better energy sources, greener energy, wider electricity coverage, higher kilowatts. Those are the things we should be promising. As for cheaper things, the world is becoming more and more expensive, and I don't see the world becoming cheaper. We should rather be promising efficiency rather than reduction. So, as painful as it is, I think I agree with the PRC. I think
You do agree
with them, yes. Because it's a gradual increase. You see, it's better than being hit suddenly, because even the geopolitical circumstances we find ourselves now, anything can happen. Strait of Hormuz can be closed again, and then we'll have to be hit with steeper increment. This gradual increment is better.
They should give us better reasons. Don't be because the reasons I agree with you that they've given. This is okay, so that we are not hit later with a bear, which is not
exactly.
So that's fine. But let us know. But don't tell us it's because of them.
Yes. I don't buy their reasons.
0.19, 0.22.
Yeah. But a gradual increment is
so say so that there is that.
Yeah.
But don't.
I think that is.
Or you give Awal and Co that opportunity to be saying all this.
Okay.
It seems my figures were even not right.
Okay.
Yeah, give the opportunity to someone.
But everybody will come. So keep the figure for me. Yes.
Because you have to go to PURC the website so that when I do that, you can cross-check from there. You did 294. Just 4 years of Mahama.
Please,
Just 4 years of Mahama.
And that is what PRC wants to avoid.
294. Just 4 years of
Mahama. It's not cumulative. Yes.
But it led to improvements.
Which improvement? It was Dumso Tatif.
Let him speak. I will correct it. It's not. I have what the figure. Let him speak.
To help lawyer Kwame Nkrumah Botiu, it is not. It is still the PURC. You said that's why the PURC wants to do it gradually. But yes. I want to remind you that it is still the PURC that did all those increments. I'm, first of all, a little surprised that PURC, a pseudo-independent body, will do these things, and instead of we coming together to interrogate the figures, we make it NDC, MPP, government, whatever. You see the whole thing. Yeah. Meanwhile, they are a pseudo-independent supposedly acting on behalf of consumers. And they come up with their reasons why they think we should buy into their suggestion of increments whatsoever. As consumers and all of us, we must come together and interrogate the defense they are putting up and the reasons they are giving us. Sometimes we can go back to them and say these reasons are untenable and all those things. And we've had instances where they've had to come back again and reduce things and do those things. We've had some of them in the past. So my position on the matter is that PURC should do its work holistically. If you tell me under recoveries is affecting the electricity sector and then the water sector, for example, the results should not lead to me, the consumer, being affected. Somebody must be cautioned or asked to sit up and work. And we all know that under recovery is a challenge in the electricity sector. Are we going to, as consumers, continually be the ones suffering from the inertia of revenue collectors at the electricity or what? Is that the way forward? Are we going to always be at the receiving end? Because as for the exchange rate and the other ones, I agree with all of us here, especially Honorable, that it is really not the reason. It cannot be the reason. There must always be a certain boundary within which shocks can be absorbed. Then, when it goes beyond the boundary, it becomes a reason for adjustment. You cannot tell me that a 0.01 adjustment.
They say 0.2.
0.2 adjustment or a variation in whatever can translate into an upward adjustment, not at all.
But if you look at it on a larger scale, that's a quantum, right? 0.2.
You see, all the larger scale have units. The unit is that it is a 0.2 change. That cannot be a change that will cause. In fact, everywhere, it's not even in the human system, there's always a space within which some variations can play. Nothing is static. When they are constructing the road, they leave what they call expansion gap, blah, blah. All those things exist, and it guides us in our daily movement. Let us not encourage PURC to see a 0.2 change in as a basis for increment in utility. They cannot tell us that. They should rather have a more realistic range within which the change can be impactful or transferable to with the consumers. So as for the exchange rate, I don't buy into it. I will never buy into it. It cannot be a basis for change. Inflation. The standard inflation is still 3. It is the decimals that have adjusted upward a little. It cannot, and the way inflation works, inflation is a comparative figure between now and a certain reference period, maybe last year, if it is year on year, or if it is month on month, whatsoever. It is not a basis for, it cannot, that adjustment, especially if it doesn't affect the main figure, but it's just a decimal adjustment, cannot be. So what I'm thinking is that the under recovery is the main reason why they feel reviews, quarterly reviews, should be revenue for an avenue for increments. But the solution is with those who have been entrusted with the responsibility to collect revenue over the energy they sell. Electricity is a very hot commodity. Buyers are ready to buy. In fact, many of us, if not all of us, buy it prepaid. We even buy before we are supplied.
Yeah.
So the problem is not, they cannot tell us under recovery and therefore we should pay more so that the service providers can serve us more. Let us rather direct all our attention. And we are calling on PRC. I'm still calling on PRC as the body to do this on our behalf. Let's engage the Electricity Company of Ghana, especially their Revenue Mobilization or Collection Unit, to find and discuss with us proper ways of curtailing this under recovery they keep reporting to us. And let them do their work. Already we have transmission losses. I'm sure we still haven't overcome it. They say when they cook the energy at the cooking point, by the time it is transferred to the market, losses have occurred. We are paying for it. Then after it is sold to collecting the revenue too, they say it is a problem. We are paying for it. And it forms the basis for the regular increments that we usually hear. Those are the reasons, not exchange rate adjustment of 0.2%. It cannot be inflation that is still significantly 3.3%. It cannot. So it is an irresponsible position to take that you are looking for a certain reason to adjust it and you think a 0.2 is a very fine reason. The cedi has shaken itself small. So
must the focus not be on stability?
The focus is on stability, and stability would come if the under-recoveries are cured, because the product itself is sold, though. It is not for free. Maybe we can talk about Parliament. I don't know whether you have now started paying your bills. At a point, we were told that Parliament owes ECG.
They tried disconnecting them and some.
I don't know whether Honourable...
That would be by the Parliamentary Service Board.
Oh, I know. I'm just trying to worry. It is his home, so maybe or so. But apart from those state institutions, or those few places where we are told they are owing, the rest, and these people are even people. These institutions are institutions you can easily identify and hold them responsible, including disconnecting them and all those things. But the illegal connections, those are the down there who are conniving with the local households to drain the energy without paying and all those things, should be somebody's work. And if we fail to do that work, we don't have to, with all laxity, pass it on to consumers. And we are here discussing how much percentage was passed to consumers. You get it? Who passed more percentage to consumers and who didn't pass more percentage? As if we are discussing a certain commodity that is difficult to sell. They should make profit over energy, because people who are waiting to buy it outnumber the energy capacity that is even produced.
The waste is too much.
The wastage is the problem, and we have sat on this wastage for several years. Nobody is discussing that we must hold some people responsible. We don't hold them responsible, and year in, year out, we report losses, we report under recovery, and I'm telling you, they are the main reasons for the frequent increment in electricity that we are usually confronted with. And not, especially in this particular case, the defense of exchange rate variability and inflation variability, I don't buy it. It's a PRC. You tell ECG and tell their agencies that the under-recoveries must end. They must find some way of curtailing the wastage, transmission losses and all those things, so that expense, that product that is in high demand. They can sell and make profit. We should be here being told how much profit ECG and those people make, and not always being called upon to pay more, and we just keep paying and we don't get anything. So, yes, to conclude, I think that it is a matter we can discuss, taking politics out of it, because the real reason why frequently we are confronted with increments is not some of these things that, yes, they are the standard template. So almost everybody, the PRC people don't do anything new. They take the old speech and they edit it and they bring it out. Nothing. Okay. Because from the past... Yeah, they just add it. Oh, check. Kojo, but you can agree with me. Check the announcements that it's the same template. Same template. Yeah, they will never increase without telling us generation mix. They will never do it without telling us exchange rate, inflation, whatever it is, they will mention those standard figures. But the real reason is that if we do not tackle the main problem, electricity in Ghana will be sold and there will always be losses. And PRC will come and say, because of the losses, let's ask consumers to pay more to take care of the losses. Meanwhile, energy should not be something we should be selling and be making losses. Yeah. So that's how I see it.
All right. Thank you.
Grace,
yeah.
You remember last year at the Economic Forum, where the National Economic Forum, where Akufo-Addo addressed the forum. At that place, he said, we cannot be paying for the inefficiencies of the ECG. That was when they gave us the hint that they wanted to privatize ECG. Then there was a follow-up with a committee set up by the energy minister for them to check the losses at ECG and so on. What has happened to that committee? They had submitted their report. Is it the case that they did that preparatory work so that when we hook on to the next IMF program, we'll privatize ECG as the IMF people are telling us to do? That is one. Two,
but as for privatization, you're all sharing that position. The two parties.
I don't think so. I don't think we have to privatize ECG.
But you did it by
we didn't do
by completing a process they had started.
Exactly. So
and giving it to PDS.
When you say we did it, we didn't do that. In 2014,
No. But if you were not interested in it, you could have.
We couldn't have done anything.
Really?
Yes, at that time, because they had done with everything. We only called for a review, and that review is that instead of giving the concession 80%, we have to do 51% Ghanaian and 49% foreign. That was the only thing we changed in it, because the transaction advisors were needed, and they did everything. We came and met it in 2017, and the concessionaire is supposed to take 80%, Ghana is supposed to take 20%.
So you're saying privatizing or private involvement of ECG is not something the MPP...
We didn't do that.
No. My question is not something the MPP shares in or thinks that it must happen.
Yes, we don't share in it. That is the reason, even after we concluded, we did everything, we still kept our eyes on it. Then, when we saw that it was not helping us with the PDS, we terminated that contract. After terminating, the US advised us not to terminate because they said we could still have gone around it. We terminated it and we lost $180 million from the US because we terminated that PDS deal. Yes, because they started it. The US were the transaction advisors. They did that from 2014. We came and met it, and we feel that in the state that it was at that time, we feel that we cannot give that strategic national asset 80% to them for 30 years. We reviewed it to 20 years, and we said 5 years grace period. And within that 5 years grace period, we felt that PDS is not helping the people of this country. So we terminated that contract. The US told us not to terminate because they will not give us that money. We said, yes, we can take it. That was what Akufo-Addo did to safeguard ECG. So we are not for any privatization of ECG. We came and met the process. Now, I said that when you check the level of increment at during the first Mahama administration, where Dumso got to its highest peak in the history of this country, we were paying for the Dumso. And this is it. I am showing you the figures from 2009 up to today. from 2009 up to today, the figures, and cumulative for 1 year. You can check it on the website of PURC. Now, in 2009, when they took over, there was no increment. In 2010, there was 89% increment. In 2011, there was 10% increment. In 2012, there was 7.4% increment. In 2013, it was 58.9%. That was when President Mahama took over. The first year he took over as president, he did 58.9%. In 2014, it was 28%. In 2015, 90.93%. In 2016, it was 10%. When we came in the first
and you say this is on the PURC website.
PURC website. So that's why I told him to go on the PURC website so that your producers can also check from the PURC. So in 2017, we did 0. In 2018, we did 17.5 reduction for all Ghanaians. Then in 2019, we did an increment of 17.4. The reduction, we did an increment. Then in 2020, 0. 2021, 0. 2022, 0. 2023, we did 51%. That was the highest we did in our entire 8 years, 51%. Then in 2024, we did 6.47%. Now, when you check between 2009 and 2016, cumulatively the 8 years of DNDC that they were in power, the 8 years, it was 294.6%. 294.6%. We did 57.4. You see, the reason I'm saying increment, and he said, you didn't increase, yes. Lawyer Butu mentioned it, that you cannot say that there will not be increment. There should be an increment so that at least they will be able to really function effectively. But the rate at which they increase is the problem. That's our problem. The rate at which they increase and the justifications they give in increasing it, that is what we are interrogating. We're not saying that they shouldn't increase when there's a need for them to increase. But you see, the level of increment, when the NDC come, almost all the time they are fixated on increasing electricity. Look at the time we were paying 90%. That was when Dumso was at its apogee. 90 in 2015. To the extent that President Mahama had to tell the people of this country, if you want reliable electricity, you have to pay more. You remember those words? It was captured by almost all the newspapers. If you want stable electricity, you have to pay more. When we were paying for Dumso, we came in and promised that we will ensure that there will be stable electricity and we reduce it. We did a reduction. And we did substantial investments in the electricity, especially the distribution part of it. You understand? So that is the reason we're saying that. When you also came in 2016, in 2024, you told us that the 6.4 is too much. When you come, what you will do is that you will reduce the electricity so that, because you're doing industrialization, you know that the industries who need electricity and so on. So you will reduce it. It's in your manifesto. Then you have come. The 133 jobs are not in. Then the industries, you promised that you will reduce electricity for them and the household. You haven't reduced. You have done 28% and you are telling us we shouldn't do politics with it. We have to do it because you started the politics. When we're paying 6.4%, you said it was still higher and you reduced it to the extent that said Nketia went to somewhere and said the welders going to Sunyani and so on will have a different meters. Those who run 24 hours will have different meters and will pay cheap. Now we're doing 28%. The 133 jobs are not in, and you're telling us we shouldn't do politics. The increments will come, but the level is too much, and the justifications there are no. Even on this table, we all agree that even this one, the 3.49%, there's no justification for it.
Okay, lawyer, you are about to give our comment. Yeah.
It's good, and I like the bit he brought in. Because I don't have much time, I would not want to dwell so much on his figures. But the bit he brought in is what is very important. The investment. They claimed they did. Unfortunately, he couldn't tell us what investment they made in the power sector for 8 years. I won't say it's none, but it's very negligible. Very negligible.
The investment they did.
They did within the 8 years of Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. Yes, President Mahama inherited in his first term. And we all know what happened because we ran into problems. Generation. We all know, except you want to deceive the people of Ghana. And so we had to bring in this thermal plants, the Ameri and the car power and others. If it was not necessary, an energy minister had to even carry the machines, let me put it, literally, to a particular, some of them, to a particular city to stabilize their power. You know, you remember this. You remember this. You remember these sayings during their time in office. Excess capacity. We are paying for power that
we do not need.
When they came to power, I don't know what they did to that excess power they claimed they had.
Is that not what they took some to the Ashanti region?
But that is not Ghana, I guess.
Well, it was after
answer me, please. Allow me.
It was after we paid for.
You see,
because
the hypocrisy with which you people
we came to pay and buy the Ameri,
and you took it to Ivory Coast.
But it doesn't matter.
Sometimes you hear them.
I don't understand it.
So, and Kumasi is not. When you say we don't need it, Ghana doesn't need it. It means it needs to be taken out of Ghana.
Did you say we don't need it?
You said it. You didn't hear. Really, Kojo? You didn't hear that they said we didn't need the power. Yes, they said we had it more than enough. What do you mean when you say excess power?
Yeah, so
what's the meaning?
They said I remember they said.
What did they say?
The issue is with finance.
No. And that the power, if we needed to pay. But the argument was that you said we signed more than enough. We didn't need it. It was excess. What do you mean by that?
That's true.
So what did you do to the excess? Did you throw it to the sea?
But Ameri was not part of the excess that we talked about.
So which one was the excess? And what did you do to it?
The IPP agreements you signed.
And that
over 20 of them.
IPPs, what do they do? Do you really understand the sector?
I do.
So IPPs, what do they do?
I'm saying that the independent power program.
What do they do? Ameri, what does it do?
You signed.
Let me allow me.
Okay, well,
understand the sector.
You finish.
So you see, one of the most strategic investments in the energy sector in the history of this country is the Atuabo gas. Somebody put that in there.
Before.
Everybody is listening. Don't mind him. Relax. Don't mind him.
He got the fuel so that we could even get the.
Did he hear me?
The crude.
Is he listening? Awal, are you listening? Kufuor bought fuel to where? Did you listen to what I said? Please, so take your time. People are watching. So one of the most strategic was the Atuabo gas. And that was done by someone. Ameri, car power, and all that sustained the power sector during their tenure in 8 years was brought in by someone.
It's not up to 1,000 megawatts.
So you see, they should tell us how many megawatts they added to the national grid within 8 years. Because if you do an investment in how many megawatts did they? Now you see, and while it's able to talk about PDS today here,
yes.
And he says what? That they saved Ghana. Well, maybe he wasn't in this country. PDS was suspended, later abrogated because of fraud. And nothing more. If he doesn't know, he should go and check. Because of fraud. And the matter currently, I know what is happening with Yoko and other people have been invited.
What the PDS matter?
Yes. I can tell you on authority.
Yeah, it's true.
Not on the agreement.
Do you really understand what agreement? The agreement was for them to provide sovereign guarantee. Do you know what happened? And the agreement was found to be fraudulent.
Have been called is as a result of.
No, please. What are you? I understand the PDS matter better. Please.
I also understand it better.
You don't. You at all.
Because even in 2014,
so if you don't understand,
I was
please,
on TV.
Let me expose you. If you
can expose me.
So let me. Can I? You sat here and said that the PDS was cancelled because the president thought that somebody should not have 80%. That's a lie. That's not what happened. Oh no, that's what he said.
He said the only thing they changed about the deal.
And why was no. Since you could play it back, he said that Akufo-Addo wanted to do something good for Ghana because he realized the agreement was not favorable to Ghana. That's essential. But that's not why the thing was cancelled.
No.
Oh, please. You see, everybody is listening. Stop. I heard you. I wrote it here. That's what he said.
But he didn't say it was because of.
So what did he say was the reason for the cancellation? No, stop. But people want to misconstrue my words and you don't want me to talk.
Wow.
I'll give it to you.
What I said is that when you said we started the private, I said we didn't do that. We qualified for the second compact of the Millennium Development Challenge account. Second compact, which is around $300 million, and we're supposed to invest it in our electricity. So the condition is that we have to privatize ECG. And that time it was President Mahama who was in government, and they started the process in 2014. It was Millennium Development Authority that were the transaction advisors. They advisors did everything with us. Then when we came by 2017, right, we met that they had concluded everything. And the agreement was that the concessionaire is to be given 80%. We felt that at that time, we cannot give that to that concession, 80-20 for local. We couldn't do that. So we changed that agreement. You asked me, but you could have, I said we couldn't have abrogated it. We could only change. And after changing, the three companies, the BXC from China, the one from France, and the Meralco from Philippines, BXC, the France company pulled out because we said that we needed 51% Ghanaian involved ownership. Then BXC were disqualified by MEDA because it was a Chinese company. Then they gave it to Meralco together with those Ghanaians who teamed up to get the PDS. Now, when PDS was operational, we gave them 5 years grace period. Within that 5 years, it was Kelly Gajepo as the board chair, as a board chair of ECG that was able to detect that fraud. And we cancelled it. And US said, don't cancel it. Go around it. And we said no. And we lost that 300 million.
But that is what I'm saying. So we detected it. It is false. Completely untrue to say that your government did not support privatization of ECG. I have the quotation.
Okay, so quote one. Just quote one.
Now, City Newsroom report that President Akufo-Addo, of course, mentioned, and this is on the May 1, 2017. President Akufo-Addo has stated that the government will stand by its decision to amend the private sector participation,
which
please mentioned compact of the ECG with the Millennium Challenge Corporation. Under the agreement, which is known as the Power Compact 2, government is expected to allow 80% private sector control in ECG for the country to benefit from a cash injection of $1 billion over a period of 5 years. Look, anybody that I'll proceed. Hold on. Anybody that tells you.
So it tells you
please. He said a lot of untruths. I heard him. Please.
But you're quoting
when you do this to the program, and I better leave. Stop it. For anybody to tell you that there was nothing the government could do, it's false. He doesn't understand. If you didn't need the money, you could have said, no, I want sovereignty. Except the person doesn't know. I want sovereignty. Take your money. Nobody would have beaten you. I want ECG to be ECG. Even if it had been started by an administration and you didn't support it. You could have said, no, I need sovereignty. I don't like your money. Keep your money and I'll take my ECG. You could have said it. President Akufo-Addo said he supports it, except that he wanted some tweaking. And that this will not result in job losses. Government has amended this. There should be no involuntary layoffs as a result of the concession. He stressed. Akufo-Addo observed that the new terms will benefit Ghanaians and ECG workers and all that. Look, so anybody that tells you that the MPP and Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo didn't support privatization of ECG is a liar. Let me put it bluntly. Because it was a matter of choice. If anybody started anything and you thought that you didn't want it, we will not deceive the
good news is that you have admitted that you started PDS, not us. That's all.
We didn't know PDS. If you don't know your facts, don't come and lie.
Why you read? Should tell you that.
Didn't
you read it first day.
You do not know
First day, they were giving the
So I think lawyers' point is that when they started, it wasn't about PDS.
Who brought in PDS? Do we know PDS?
I think that's
you brought a company that was fraudulent. You could not listen to the advice.
That was done in 2016. Meralco was still the company that was certified in 2016.
Where did
Meralco
PDS come from? So tell us PDS. Who brought PDS?
So
Where did they come from? Tell us. I've given you the opportunity. Who brought PDS? Simple question. I mean, you can't answer. Stop it. Don't come and lie to the people of Ghana. Do you know the story of PDS?
When he came in, the story he read.
Please, is he taking my time again?
The story he read. You read the story.
So,
I am not asking you to tell me your story. I know the story better.
You asked him a question.
No, and I asked him who brought PDS. He couldn't answer. He couldn't answer. He couldn't answer. Who brought PDS?
As of 2014, we were trained to even discuss this thing.
Who were trained? I was trained. I am asking you who brought PDS. Answer the question. Who brought PDS? You can't answer.
So PDS.
Who brought it? I'm not asking of PDS. Was brought by who? Who brought it?
But I'm telling you the shareholding.
He's answering.
I'm telling you the shareholding of
the
shareholding of PDS is Meralco
I'm not asking
and
of
a
shareholding.
consortium of a Ghanaian company.
Stop it.
But this is the fact.
What
It's
fact?
Meralco
I am not
has
asking of your facts. I'm
29%.
saying who brought PDS? You are saying we did.
But we did.
Was it Akufo-Addo or John Mahama? Was it Akufo-Addo or John Mahama? That's what he said. He said he came to meet PDS. I'm telling you, we don't know PDS. Who brought PDS?
I said the shareholding of
It's not shareholding. Who brought?
But how would you understand it?
I mean, how would you know PDS better than me?
No problem.
I do better.
Of course, because you brought that fraudulent company to come and deceive Ghanaians.
Let's not change
this man. Yes. So what we are talking about is no. Please let me stay on. A fraudulent company because it's been and the government sat.
But is that why we have
No, please, now you allowed him spew all sort of untruth. Let me put on record that it is not true that the government of Akufo-Addo, I've told you, that he even told the people of ECG that it would inure to their benefit. So it's not to anybody that tells you today that he didn't agree to.
So who detected there?
No, allow him. I think we need to move on because this is not where
if we want to go into it, check. It was the media.
It's not the media. It's not the media.
Then, if you don't know, and then the opposition, then NDC, that raised the issue.
Which media?
And President Akufo-Addo shocked.
Which media?
Suspended it. If you don't, maybe this gentleman doesn't know what happened with people.
Journalists. And practiced for more than 9
journalists were.
You understand? I have practiced for more than 9 years before I started politics.
Please.
So I know these stories.
So, please allow me. So it is not true for anybody to tell you. And one will not sit here and lie and tell you, deceive you that President Akufo-Addo didn't support it. And then come and tell you that PDS was the best of a John Dramani Mahama.
80% to be given to a private person.
That wasn't the argument. The argument was that you don't support privatization. What that 99
but we couldn't do anything about it.
You said you don't support it. Did you, Kojo, didn't you ask him that as a party, you don't support it? He said no. Yeah. I've exposed him here. That is not true. The president at the time supported this. So you don't come here and lie to the people of Ghana. I will keep exposing you. For you to come and tell us that John Mahama brought PDS, you are insulting the viewers. If you continue like this. You say you claim that you are a journalist, you say someone makes his point and you laugh. A journalist you claim, continue. Viewers are watching. If Kojo, this is how you run Joy News, then I don't know. Because, I mean, you claim you're a journalist. You've made your point. You've said all kinds of things. I've heard you. Allow others to also make their point.
I've allowed you.
Stop this.
But you came back to my point.
And so you should laugh through as if something is happening. You see everybody is quiet watching you. Continue. Laugh and let's close the program. I mean, I don't come to programs and you don't do this. You said all kinds of things. I sat here, I wrote. I am responding to it and you have been
asking me questions. And you ask
so this is what is on myjoyonline.com. Now it says, there's a lot that I'll skip. 5 months on, Information Minister Kojo Nkrumah announced on PM Express on Joy News on Tuesday that the said concessionaire agreement has been suspended pending investigations. The government says upon intelligence gathered, PDS has been found to double-cross the Ghanaian government. Explaining this, Mr. Ameu told Kojo Yankson on the AM show that a company that PDS claimed was their security, AI Kut from Al-Kut from Qatar, has denied having any such agreement with PDS. So the signature was forged, he noted. The minister said the official from Al-Kut who forged the signature has been suspended by his employers. Meanwhile, ECG has been asked by the government to resume its role as power distributors.
So we broke the story. We brought the story out, not any journalist, not any opposition person. If you have anything contrary, you tell us. If you know any journalist who broke that story, you tell us. I'm saying that it is Kelly Gajep who wrote to Al-Kut and asked Al-Kut whether they know PDS. And they said they don't know PDS. So that was the transaction that went. Then they saw that someone used their signature and forged it. Then they said that, okay, let's suspend it. And Kojo Ponkrumah had to announce it before it became a discussion in this country.
Okay.
So it is not true that it was Kojo Ponkrumah. You mentioned Kojo, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, in the news. Yeah, in the news that I read.
It's not true.
Okay.
They were already, of course, if you talk of official, of course they were the officials at the time. The news were all over before the government took. And you see, what is even most important with this, and we need to, what measures were taken? Was anybody prosecuted? Including even the company, the government at the time claimed came to defraud Ghana. Did anybody answer questions? Was anybody held before any enforcement agency? Or fraud is no longer a crime in this country? Kojo, I'm asking you, as far as you know.
You are in government.
Allow him.
So you see, you failed. Yes, we accept and we are investigating. The government looked on for a company, the government was helpless, for a company to come and defraud the state of Ghana with forged documents. And you sat through as a whole machinery of the state, including BNI, Yoko, the courts. Nobody was held before the court to even answer, not even an investigative agency. And you come today and tell us that we are in government. We accept it.
Okay. So this one by Ghana Web says they can report that even though the takeover of ECG by PDS took effect on March 1, 2019, not all processes had been exhausted. Thus, there was continuous evaluation of the process by government.
Yes, by government.
It says it has emerged that the government's announcement on July 30 of its decision to suspend the contract between PDS and ECG was arrived at as a consequence of a thorough evaluation done. Some elements within the opposition believe government's posture of not considering their views prior to the commencement of the deal contributed significantly to this situation.
The opposition raised these issues.
I'm coming. Alleging that the government failed to conduct the necessary due diligence.
There were press conferences in this country.
However, a document cited by this news and signed by Kojo Ponkrumah, Information Minister, stressed, quote, "We reiterate that this breach was discovered by the due diligence of the Ghanaian authorities through ECG and with support of state agencies," unquote.
What are we saying? What we are saying is that the opposition won. There were press conferences. Sami Jemfi, if he is late watching, and all that, they were no, because you see the opposition, of course. You see when things happen, and that is what I pray this opposition does. People would use you to at least if there are some ills or wrongs happening. Hey, check this, or check that, and then you blow the cover.
Not even a picture at that time.
Then you don't know.
2018.
So when all these things, Sami has always been. He didn't have to be what you.
No, he was never in the limelight.
But you see,
together with Nkumasi.
No, it's not about being together. Sami, you have not been together with Sami. Please. I don't know you.
Ask Professor Sapo.
So
Professor Sapo, we are from Nkumasi.
I don't want to go personal. Stop it. But you see, the point we are making is this: there were all the indicators. There were concerns raised by the opposition at the time. But the government initially did not consider it. After they had signed the contract and the people had taken over, the matter came up again and they had to investigate. The point I'm making, there is no doubt the government did an investigation and suspended. Initially, when the investigation was ongoing, the president directed a suspension, later an abrogation. But you think that it should have ended there as a people? These people took over our assets, the revenue mobilization and all that. Then you sit here and tell us that they are gone, but you are telling us after, then it means the change was good. So it had to take John Dramani Mahama and his government to now come and investigate people who are taking our money away. You tell me today that you did nothing about it and that we are in government. You heard him. So we should do whatever. But you heard him. Except you want to lie again
as a lawyer, you said fraudulent.
Okay.
But what was Okojo's? If you forge a signature, what is it?
No, I'm saying.
I'm surprised you are speaking this way. But you defend everything.
1 year,
that was a block on
1 year, 6 months in government.
What did you do? Your government. That's not what I'm saying. Please.
When you invited,
your own government said that people had defrauded us. They had brought in forged signatures. Okay. Tell us what you did as a government.
So
tell us, not today. Tell us what you did.
So at that point in time, we abrogated the contract against the will of the transaction advisor.
It didn't have to be them. They defrauded the state. Took our monies away. The electricity bills. What did you do? Where's the money?
Assuming without admitting we did nothing.
Come on.
Today.
Come on.
In the last 1 year, 6 months, the only thing NDC has been able to do with this PDS thing is that whilst the arbitration was ongoing, there was some money sitting in an account, and that money has been moved. That is the only thing.
I think
those at Yoko today, they are in Yoko because money has been moved. That's it.
The truth. What's what he tells us today? He told that. So you see, the falsehood in what he's saying is this: we know what happened with that money. How is the government a signatory to the account?
So that is what.
But you see, what is important? Yes, because we are looking for the money.
That's the only thing.
Your own state, your own machinery. I'm surprised you are speaking. What did your own government say? They said they were involved in fraud, and you sit here as a communicator for the government. You have no issues with that.
The government.
Your government. Oh, you didn't speak for Akufo. You are running away now.
No.
Now, so if you are listening, please pay attention. You see, Kojo, you are laughing. It is better if you want to communicate. I won't advise you. It's better you listen and punch holes rather than what you are doing. So you are elsewhere when I'm also somewhere else. If you are listening, I'm saying that at the time, your government, who was in power, your own officers came to say that the people were involved in fraud. Is that not it? Did they say that or not?
Yeah, they said.
And if somebody are lost, if somebody is involved in fraud, if someone, not mean a person than the state of Ghana, somebody comes to defraud us and you know nothing about it, you only say you abrogate a contract. Can you imagine when somebody steals cassava and is caught, they give out the cassava that has been stolen to the owner and the person goes scot-free?
That fraud, that
no, your own government. You see this guy still listening. Your own people said you did thorough investigation. Didn't you?
Yes.
The thorough investigation led to what? Tell us.
The revelation that.
And then, except you didn't do that thorough investigation. You are probate and reprobate. You claim you did thorough investigation. Where are the prosecutors?
Today you are in a courtroom.
No, because you see this guy. You see, I'm not
arguing.
No,
he's not communicating.
You see,
arguing. Yeah, he's arguing because he's not communicating.
You can't win it all. People are listening. Allow them to judge. So you failed with PDS. Look, as we speak, where is the? Hold on.
We're not discussing PDS.
No, we brought it.
We are talking about.
Where is the electricity?
Utility.
Where is the electricity? I think those they took away.
The two of you.
No, but you should be interested. They took the one you paid between that. The electricity bill you paid at the time. They've taken it away.
That's not true.
Where is the money?
That is not true.
You see what he's coming to defend. That is why we said that. You can defend it. You are complicit.
Let's make progress.
You are complicit.
Lawyer. Once the lawyer got PDS, then you saw an opportunity to take it for utility.
I don't know. You don't. There are things your own big men will not defend. This PDS thing.
Okay.
It is a serious blood.
Okay, let's move on.
Your own big men will not defend. Don't say.
Kojo Poku says, good morning, Kojo. Please, the use of the word privatization is wrong. I have repeated on your show several times that it is private sector participation, which is different from privatization. Privatization means they're selling it all. I've explained the difference multiple times, so please MPP in its manifesto talked about private sector participation, which is different.
He said they never talked. I said privatization. No! But it is Kojo that is explanation. You said, no, I said we never said privatize. Nobody. If that is your explanation, then no government is willing to do that. So that's not a point. But who did that? We sold ECG to who? You can't answer. Tell me. We saw this. You brought in that fraudulent company. You said the people were fraud and you allowed them to take our money away. Okay. You tell us we are in power today.
Okay.
You are not ashamed to tell us that we are in power today.
Thank you very much, gentlemen.
They've taken our money away.
It is in your manifesto that when you come, you will make sure that the monies that was paid to them
because you are recovered.
You have not done anything. Now the only thing that is support, that is with Roku.
Man, don't even support it.
Okay.
You see, it's something that I know.
You don't know anything about
doesn't know.
You don't know anything about. And let me put on. You know nothing about
big man, you
know what happened with PDS.
Thank you very much.
You know what happened with PDS. You sit here and defend it.
Thank you.
PDS.
I'm grateful.
You thought the president was done when he said the contract should be suspended and abrogated. You sit here and defend it.
Explain why the president did that.
Let's make progress. I'm grateful to you, gentlemen. Awal, you made lawyer turn the show into a courtroom. Because
you did thorough investigations and then you said that
he said that
is that how you treat your
you said you did nothing. You said you did thorough investigation and then if thorough investigation led
is that how you treat witnesses?
To be serious. Answer the question.
When I'm trying to answer, he says, stay there.
If someone comes to court to go and defend in the case of the lawyer,
No.
I'll say how to.
But then he said I'm even complicit because
lawyer, we're on TV. We're on TV.
I'm sorry.
We're not in the courtroom. You are running the show.
Meet this guy in court.
Have you met him in court before?
Not in a case, but I see him in court. Even was it Friday?
No. I mean on a case.
No.
Hey.
We see each other.
Wow.
The accused with.
The guy is not a courtroom.
And where they go?
Hey, serious. Answer the question.
Akosua answer.
He's evading the question. You pass him to answer.
Anyway, let's talk about guns because guns have become a major issue in the country because of what happened over the last weekend. Now, remember that the Interior Ministry did an amnesty program where they asked that if you had guns that you had not registered, return them. That has ended, and the ministry says it will publicly destroy seized weapons on July 9 as the amnesty has ended. Now, the Interior Minister is also set to partner private sector to establish shooting ranges across the country. The police is also reporting that an operation team in collaboration with the Ashanti Regional Police Command recorded major breakthrough against organized crime in the Ashanti region. We understand that some 186 persons, including Ghanaians, Nigerians, and Togolese, were arrested in Kumasi over alleged transnational crimes, including human trafficking, sexual exploitation, and narcotics. And it looks like these guns matter is becoming something that Ghana has to really deal with. Lawyer, I'll start with you too, because this also has some legal implications. How best can we deal with this gun issue? Because now, any small issue, you hear that some people are shooting. How should we handle it?
I think the tightening of the licensing regime, as the Interior Minister is trying to do now, is a step in the right direction. Because I think after this temporary suspension of the license, for a license to be renewed, your mental ability to handle the gun, all kinds of things will go into it. I'm sure they'll even look at whether you have a criminal record or not, and whether you misuse guns in public. Because, as you are saying, I think recently one musician came to Ghana or something. Somebody got carried away and fired a gun in the air, and I mean, it was terrible. And then with what happened to Honorable Adjo Safo and all that. So I think having this relicensing will help to tighten the gun laws. And also on the spot searches. You see, sometimes you are driving and at the checkpoints, we are asked to open your boot and all that. And the minister also has the power to order searches at home and other places. That is why the amnesty was put in place from, I think, December last year up to January this year. So now if they enter your room and they find a gun there, which is not licensed, it's a criminal
offense,
which I think is a step in the right order. I think they did a lot of sensitization. So it's a good thing that they are doing, because guns are rampant, especially when you hear about these land guard issues, and everybody is armed now. You know, the arms, they are all over. And I think some say these illicit arms can be traced back to the Sahel regions and all those instability that happened right from Gaddafi's time and all that. There are a lot of illicit arms in the system, where some of these terrorist groups stormed various military bases and then armed themselves. Some too have been sold. So it's a fact that even within Ghana, it's troubling. We've all heard reports of sometimes trucks being stopped with a lot of arms in them. And even with this amnesty, we had about 4,000, I think it was 4,089 or so people voluntarily giving up their arms. That's a lot. That's a high number. But I think that is even a very, very small fraction of the arms in the system. So now the amnesty has ended. They should go all out. At the police checkpoints now, everybody should be checked, if possible, to see if you have any arms in your car. And if it's found, then you should be prosecuted and it should be made public to serve as a deterrent to others, because it's very bad. And also, what the guns are used for, there were some high-profile suicides recently. Of course, as for suicide or gun crime, whether low-profile or high-profile, it's all bad. However, I think that what happened to Honorable Adjo is a straw that broke the camel's back. Because if she had lost her life, I mean, it would have been something else. So it's good he's acting this way. However, my prayer is that the temporary ban should not drag for too long.
Okay.
Because you have some livestock farmers and all that who deal with cattle rustlers all the time.
Okay.
If you have somebody coming to steal your cattle, or, I mean, even if you are accosted, some use these guns for self-defense.
But does the ban affect those which have been already licensed and are in possession of?
Yes, all licenses have been suspended.
All
licenses. So it's a very...
Suspends all active gun licenses in Ghana.
But the thing, the issue is, you are on a farm, you are accosted, people are coming to steal your cattle, they come out with machetes. Do you say that your gun is not licensed, so you are also going to try and disarm them? No. I believe there should be some exceptions. I've looked at the law. It's not clear how those, that's the Arms and Ammunition Act. It's not clear how those exceptions will act. That's why I'm saying that the temporary suspension should not be too long. And also maybe he should come out to clarify that under certain circumstances, if you have a licensed gun, even though your license is suspended, maybe it's suspended as in you can't go hunting, you can't go to the shooting range. However, when it comes to self-defense and defense of property, there should be some clarification there.
But in self-defense, should you necessarily have your gun licensed to use a weapon to defend yourself?
Well, if you are a gun owner, it should be licensed. But I suppose if armed robbers come to your house and there's a gun lying, you should be able to use it. Because when it comes to self-defense, I mean, there should be some justification for whichever weapon
that you use.
As for that one, I think it will fly in court.
Okay, all right. Yeah.
I think this is really a good thing. When I saw the news story, I went ahead to read and I listened to Muntaka, and I think it's really a step in the right direction. looking at the statistics coming from the Small Arms Commission. According to them, there is an estimated 2.3 million weapons in circulation in this country, but 1.2 million is registered, 1.1 million is unregistered. That is serious. And that was the reason they said, let's do amnesty. Let's call on people to bring their arms and let them take it and destroy it so that at least they are free. Now, according to Adam Bona, and even the minister reiterated it yesterday, that they have received 4,000 out of the 1.1 million. This is still serious. And I think it is also concentrated in Western region, Central region, Ashanti region, and areas where there are galamsey. And I think this suspension is also okay because if you get a gun and you register it, you're supposed to go for the renewal on the 31st of December every year. You ask yourself, how many people go and do that? And when you go for the renewal, the first thing you do is that they will have to check your mental state at that time, and they will look at what you have done over the years. They will do a screening of you before you are able to get. So when he said the 1.2 million that is registered, it is terminated, they are now trying to really re-register them again. I think it's a step in the right direction. One thing that is even baffling is when this Adwo Asafo issue came, I heard it for the first time that private security cannot use guns. Yes. I heard it for the first time 3 days ago.
They could, eh?
Yes, because you see them. You see them in the traffic with sidearms. So I felt that who regulates them? Who regulates the private security? In the UK, they have an independent body that regulates these private security agencies. Now, I know that in 2022 or so, when people were using a lot of these sirens in their cars and so on, there was a communication that came that only 6 categories can do that. Even today, even yesterday whilst I was driving home, there was a private security that came with the strobe lights. And you saw their dressing and so on. Look at the dressing of those who even shot at Adwo Asafo's car. They dressed like the national security with a khaki. And you saw
a private security company owned by the...
Yes, but you see, according to the directive, when I read from the minister, they're not even supposed to dress like the police or national security. So I think Ghana needs, if it is small arms that will be given the opportunity to do that, or even if it will be taken out from the police service, or the police will have a unit that will be able to look through and see the violations. Because if today the interior minister is to go to every security agency to check whether they are complying, I don't think there is any security agency, private security agency in this country that will be able to really measure up. Almost all of them are violating, because if for nothing at all, you see them in khakis, you see them driving with the strobe lights, opening up for people to pass and so on. I think one thing that I said yesterday, and I think I will have to repeat it here, is that at YEA, we recruit, over the years, since 2006, there is recruitment of community police assistants that they help the police and so on. What we do is that you recruit them. After recruiting them, you do a screening of them. Then you send them to the police for the police to train them. After 2 years, some get opportunity to enter police. And when you ask the police service, they will tell you those who had passed through YEA are more professional than those who will bring for just 6 months training. So if we have a state agency like this, and I remember our time before we left office, we were trying to collaborate with some private security agencies so that they will be able to take those who were exiting at that time. I think the government can have really a regulation to say that if there are people who work with the security agents, the police, and they have that basic training.
Okay.
You have their biodata, you have everything. We know they don't have criminal records before we even put them on and so on.
Okay.
Then they will be those who the private security will recruit from.
Okay.
The person must have a certificate from the police service to say that indeed the person is certified and so on. That will help, and it will even generate a lot of employment, and it will really move us away from people recruiting macho men, because you see these private security agencies, they have people who are macho men and so on.
All right.
Which screening did they go through to even recruit them?
All right. Thank you very much. Prof, so does the intention of the ministry to set up shooting ranges help in this direction?
Well, Kojo, the problem we are facing is bigger than the approach we are professing to it. That is what I think. We are forgetting about the 4 key areas we need to target. And we are today discussing the last one, the enforcement regime, calling people to fall in line, come and be taken through the proper procedure. As if we do not know how stubborn human beings are. We know ourselves, not only Ghanaians, human beings are naturally stubborn beings. And until we use serious approach to the issue, you would not expect, like Awa said, only about 4,000 have turned in excess of 1.3 million. We are saying 4,000 have tendered in their weapons to be regularized. So let's discuss this. Let's discuss this issue broader. And the first issue I want us to look at is the transactional smuggling of those weapons, sometimes across borders, porous borders, and within the country. I'm telling you that it is transactional. Some people who are supposed to do something about it knows it, and they rather give the guidelines. If you want to transport weapon, do it on Friday evening using a hearse ambulance, the one that carries
the dead bodies.
They coach people, they guide.
And they do we the police will give them away.
On Fridays, people have gone to the morgue, taking their bodies, and at all checkpoints, they are not stopped. Sometimes they are even giving escorts, and you see them running through, and they join.
Okay, all right.
A lot of the issue has got to do with porosity of our checkpoints and our borders, and the transactional nature of the whole thing. Some big men are involved in these weapon transfers and weapon business.
Ordinary people cannot do that.
Ordinary people don't do that.
They can't do that.
So let's discuss that maybe going forward, and let's draw the attention of the Small Arms Commission and the stakeholders involved to that. They shouldn't forget that. Then come to the local producers of manufacturers of
Then you wrap on that for me. I've been giving the notice from you.
So what I'm saying is that for the local ones, we should be able to plant or have the communities come to the realization that it is their responsibility to report some of these things, because they know themselves. People know. People know where local people are manufacturing some guns and giving it to wrong people. So let's all come together as community and report. Landlords have a role to play. People are living in your homes. You suspect that some things are going on. You've seen them come to service their guns in the open like that. At least report. Let people come and check if it's a regular one or an irregular one, so that we can all come together. So the last thing is the enforcement. That one, it is very weak. And whenever you see the abundance of unregistered or unregulated weapons in any system, it tells you that we were not stricter with our rules and our regulations. And the last thing, sometimes some state agencies and their representatives leak some weapons into civilian hands. We know all these things, so let's treat this conversation holistically so that we can arrive at the preferred outcomes.
Well, let me give you the remaining 3 minutes.
As lawyers say, nothing really useful to add. They've said.
And when they say that,
I think that
Charlie, you're so comfortable to Ghana.
Kofano Cheshana Tadiri.
Yes, so,
wow.
It's nice.
But how did they do it? It will be difficult. Unless probably they sold it around him. Maybe
a tailor.
Right. So, I always say that the challenge we have as a people, the main one, is not with the laws, making of the laws per se, it's the enforcement.
Yeah.
And so I am in full support of what the minister has said. Like my senior counsel said, it shouldn't really be such that people will start. Because you see, if you don't also give the avenue, the legal mandate, people will use it illegally. So suspension, yes, but we should start doing what we are supposed to do to make people use it legally. There are things I cannot say here for good reasons. I am aware that the regime is going to change to make it tighter.
Okay.
I will not be able to give further.
I think that will even be best.
Yes, because of obvious reasons. It's going to be tighter. And I think that is the way to go. I just pray that it remains tighter. Because this country, is the challenge where we start things, it's eventually people infiltrate. I don't know, but our stock in trade as a people, what we do best is to look at.
Okay.
Oh, please. Is to look at a system, a regime, and try to put spokes in the wheels of the regime and then try to infiltrate and do all kinds of things. I believe that the minister this time means well. Even if you decide to repair, you need a license from the state, a written license, not just the manufacturer. But how many?
Even the one would register.
You need a written license from the government, license from the government that you repair these ammunitions, regardless. So the law is there. If you read that law, you'll be like, so these things are there.
The enforcement. Okay.
So I think it's high time. And this thing came as a result of our sister. I've said it also. Let me say it here. We empathize with him, with her. We pray she gets strong. Nothing should be in exchange of anybody's life.
Yeah.
You never know.
Okay.
And I pray that the family sits and talk, whatever. The man himself who brought about all this is gone. And he's been so good to you guys. He trained you, all of you, your own, whatever. So for you to be fired, it means that you try. When it's like this, it's as though the man failed.
Yeah, okay.
But he trained you. You have your own individual, whatever.
Or a pilot,
a
lawyer.
All right, thank you very much. Our time is up. I've been given a notification from the back room. We need to end here.
Just to ask that the Small Arms Commission and the Ministry of Interior should please do public education. They should have time with stations like your platform and expand the conversation, explain to people so that we can have maximum.
I wouldn't be happy if today I have the weapon, but the time has elapsed. If I go to the commission and I surrender it, that's what happened to me, right?
No, I have the amnesty has
elapsed though.
But I still have the weapon. Can I still send it to the commission and they will not proceed to me? I think that should be.
I think that they will allow.
A lot of stations must have this conversation.
Thank you.
This public education.
Thank you very much. Bernard Bediako-Baidu, Esquire, is a lawyer and MP for Akwetia constituency. While lawyer what?
3.
Hey, we're there. Mohammed is a member of the NPP's communication team. So that's a mission of quarter. Kwame Nkrumah Esquire is also a lawyer, former CPP General Secretary and political commentator. Professor Smart Samuel, a senior research fellow at Kumasi Technical University. We'll take a break here. We'll be back. But today, we'll pick your calls on the Black Stars. What do you make of the performance yesterday, and what do you think of our next game? We'll be back with that. Stay with us.
Welcome to Sulas Enterprise, the shop that deals in industrial machinery such as generators, rice millers, water pumps, compressors, and mowers. From the smallest to the largest capacity, at Sulas Enterprise, we give you nothing but the best from the best brands such as Honda and Perkins. When it comes to our generators, we also sell mowers coming from brands like Honda, Briggs and Straton, and Oleoma. And when it comes to our water pumps, we offer you brands like Lily, and Pedrolo water pumps. We also sell rice millers for all capacities. We are located at Spintex Kakalika Plaza. Also find our various locations as displayed on screen, or call us on the following numbers: 0243-839-463 or 0554-154-416 or 0240-541-493.
Sulas Enterprise, where quality meets affordability.
Hello, my name is Pamela from Customer Service. Please revalidate your account by texting your Ghana card number to 0500,247.
Hey, Abili, wabadim.
Madam, give me the numbers behind your ATM card. I'm calling from the head office.
An email was delivered across to our customers this morning.
Confirm if this is your bank account. 100-100-100.
Thanks for sending your bank card details.
Send the OTP now to avoid cancellation.
EcoBank will never call, email, send an SMS asking for your PIN, OTP, bank card, or Ghana card details.
Don't get played. EcoBank, the Pan-African Bank.
Hello, please, I'm calling from Customer Experience Center.
Discover Willow Lane in Sakumono, one of Ghana's most prime community. These expertly designed 4-bedroom homes feature a private elevator, 4 ensuite bedrooms, private balconies, walk-in closets, and a gourmet kitchen and a maid's quarters. Perfect for families, executives, investors, and retirees. Our community offers a swimming pool, playground, and 3-tier security for your peace of mind. Experience the ultimate in comfort, convenience, and community here at Willow Lane, Sakumon. Visit waylead.org or call 0240-111119 or 0308-040500 to book your tour today. Waylead, your trusted home builder.
Now, let me tell you why you should choose Safari Valley as your conference destination.
The new conference building combines modern amenities with the tranquility of nature, providing the perfect backdrop for your next seminar and corporate retreat.
The only conference destination with so many activities. You don't have to travel to visit your tennis club, the gym, or the stables. They have it all.
Enjoy this rooftop viewing deck, basking in the sunlight with the sight of wild animals roaming freely in their natural habitat.
At my break, I'm able to practice my putting.
It's a unique experience that sparks creativity and rejuvenates the mind.
Visit Safari Valley Eco Resort in Ghana, bringing you closer to nature.
Through every stage of life, let's go. Some things simply stay with us. The spirit of never giving up. A throwback to a bygone era. Love was service. The silent statement of love. A thoughtful gesture that deepens bonds, balancing work and life. Every drop refreshes, every sip hydrates, just as it should. I am awake, one for life. Drink water, drink awake. Supporting the National Cardiothoracic Center. This advert is
Well, you're still watching the AM show on the Journey channel. Now, Global Prayer Work Summit 2026 is coming up. That's when men pray, heaven responds. Now, prayer still works. You know that. And this is your invitation to experience the power of prayer. Join the Archbishop Nicholas Duncan Williams and other anointed servants of God at the Action Chapel International Prayer Cathedral, Spintex Road, from Wednesday 15th to Friday 17th July. The Wednesday service starts at 5:30 p.m. Thursday 16th July features a morning service at 9 a.m. and an evening service at 5:30 p.m. Then on Friday 17th July, join the morning service at 9 a.m. followed by a powerful mega all night at 10 p.m. Come, expect powerful encounters under the theme enforcing victory. So we'll enforce that, and this event is free, but registration is required. So simply dial *426*29# *426*29# on all local networks, or register online via GPWS registration page. GPWS registration page. Don't miss GPWS Accra 2026. Come and enforce your victory through prayer, for prayer still works. As we were taught, prayer is the key, prayer is the key, prayer is the master key, So let's pray together. But let's take you to a part of Accra where our goalkeeper grew up, Kolegono. Now, Benjamin Asare has been in exceptional form at this World Cup since he came on the second half of our game versus Panama. Yesterday, he was standout. So my colleague KMJ is meeting up with friends, the grandmother, an auntie of Benjamin Asare's, to let us in on his childhood growing up. Remember, he kept the post for Ghana when he was, I think, 31, 32. So he came in very late, but he started shining. Let's listen to that interaction with KMJ.
Virtually ready, and also ensuring that we're able to make some very good points for ourselves. But one safe hands that has been able to change the narrative right from the qualification stages up until where we are right now is the man that you want to call Benjamin Asare. Now, this man lived in this very neighborhood where I am right now. This place is called the Kolegono Kotia. And I'll tell you a little bit of story. Those of you who actually know his love for SM and the fact that he's contributed a lot of hype when it comes to the Shatter movement, you definitely know that indeed coming from this place would ensure that many things that you want to achieve for yourself, even if it's impossible, you want to make possible, because it is believed that God is always here. This is the neighborhood where this man I'm talking about, Benjamin Asare, grew up. We're here in the neighborhood after a game that saw him actually put up a very splendid performance, to find out what exactly the people that actually saw him grow up think of his performance. I'm told that there's a woman here who he actually grew up, under her care. And we're going to be looking at also having a conversation with her as well. Some other guys in the neighborhood would also share their thought on what exactly they feel as far as his performance is concerned in the ongoing World Cup 2026. So let me get closer and speak to the woman I'm talking about, who is seated over here. And once again, this area is called the Kolegono Kotia. And if you know this area very well, and if you've lived here for a very long time, I'm sure you would also understand why this place means a lot, especially with the kind of performance that we're seeing Benjamin Asare put up at the World Cup 2026. Mama, Bacho, it's saying. Now, Udin no abodi o ye e wo ha say.
E frɛ me Mary Kwao. Ye anu de ye maami na wa nana maami no. Enti abe nana Asare nana no. Nana no no hwɛ no. Onu no hwɛ bibia ni ball bo ni school kɔ nyina ni nana no onu no hwɛ no. Na ye nyina ye hwɛ no. Wow. Enti se ano ha na ewo. Enti ewo ana nya me ya dom na me no kɔ. Na nya me bibia na me no kɔ do no. Enya eda nya me as. Enti ha
na Asare onyini ye. No mfie be yesen.
Oh, first no ewu no ha, ewu no ya wo no ha. Onyi wa wale wa ha. ansana wanya dan ko ha dan ansana nyame ye dum na oko
nti one ne busuafo ina na free
ha nyina ni maami ni nua obia ana nyina ye wo ye nyina wo nti ha de abusuafe ha nyina ye fie baako
yo chemu kakrama yen ebinim se Benjamin Asare o free colleague no yen kran ni ebinim so ye say the baby o free pan and say
aye akwa apeni ni papa no
ye akwa apeni
ebri mampon papa ye mamponi ni mami na yen kran ni
ni mami yen kran
ni papa ye mampon
ni mami no o wa hinsisi
mami wa film nti se ami na mi won mami chi ni bibia de mi na mi gina ho na mi de ni nana gina bibia so nti
obeka se ni kola brem no o nyine no na sai na ositie na opese obobo
kola brem opese on babo nti oye train kakra beko beba baba ye kwa na okofa no ba onya akola boni nya akola no ya ni basa obuo nipa obia sen wow sa no de nyinu nya akola bia no mu ye hu basa se nti ha no ya nyina de no ti nti se ba sem bia no na ye kan nti
ye hwe World Cup no ye bo ni din se Benjamin Asare ko World Cup ni bi no sai na busuafo ni na fa no
obia fa no ye kan bo ni din se Benjamin Asare no obia fa no obia penase nti obia ye ni jema no wa obia ye ni jema no wa nti bibia de nyame na ya bibia wi ti dana mias
endo abon no hwe bi
ye hwe bi pa ehu de asitire na nyina de nyame ami no ya bibia no ya bo no no ya bo mpa ma no ma na wodi na nkwa abibia ofa mu nyame ma wie ni nyina na tudwe mba fie so odu fie nya e besere nti de sere nyame no wow yesu ya da mu ase se mu nyina mutanichi abibia ya yeyi nyame hira mu nyina nso wow nti
that's what I say. And for those of you who are not able to understand the local language, so we're speaking to the auntie of Benjamin Asare. The grandmother is also here as well, and she tells us that this is where he grew up. Right from the onset, he wanted to play football, so they tried as much as possible to give him all the support that he needed to be able to play the football. And also, this is where he married. This is where he had the family, the nuclear family, and then moved out of this place to settle somewhere else and continue his football career. And they are all excited about the performance he's been able to put up so far as the World Cup is concerned. And they continue to pray for him and also ensure that, the support will be massive moving forward so that he'll be able to continue to do what he loves to do. And also, they are asking the entire nation to support their son and also pray for him as well, because when he goes for glory, it comes back to the entire nation and all of us as a people. So yes, that's what in a nutshell she's trying to let us understand. Now, Benjamin, kwala brim se na no peso bobo ene bibia wa bobo na kwakudu sisiano eya na mo dwene ho se ma ya de se motumi support na
nya support nu so unu uba ye bibi wo fie o support na bibi ankoyi onu so on di agro ni train nu di on fan di agro o so na pa woko enumre woko na pa woko enumre nti on di agro sa si bibi ade ya se dem nyame ti on di rough obia penase obia odo obia wow.
But tournament no still na Akosua. So we message back one person cinema Benjamin Asare, because Joy Premier Kwechiri pa and an Sabe Council a dear message back up and our person cinema Benjamin Abra Obo World Cup.
Abe, your friend Abe, your friend Abe wa Abe. No na yen di mami no to no Abe. Enti Abe, Mr. Abe po kwento kwa. Abe yempento kwa enu na ye na din na bia de frenu na din kasa Benjamin Asare nti abe mi asa aka mi we mi sa aka mi we no fia no ni wota wo no feji wonta ye hu ale ncha emu mi o mo kache niko oba kuni yele ba fo no o ba da nyugbo shi no fia no mi anyugbo ji no ni fia no wo fe won sole won habo no fe no afe okay ke no fe no fe okay no ba fun oba danyu mo pe oba dalechi Pao, Iban wa bre so kobo we born in nine. Nani ma sata yana o odunuko we yen janu. Enyo obianso na o ye basabasa nti ye so mu pa ti bibia de ye de selema nyame. Eso ye damo ase.
And that's the auntie of Benjamin Asari speaking to us and sharing a few thoughts with us as well. Grandma is here. Mama says, "Many grandma be doing komoka. Grandma, a poem to say. Why you juma pass? Say obano shao sheni na no and faswa baso saying and I will feel this here.
Nah, you know.
Yo,
oh, that's the boss.
Grandma is a bit emotional right now. Grandma, message back. Okay. Yes, share Kuala, you Moku,
no more room. The best. The best.
It's understandable.
Now, on branding once, maybe I want on branding once. Now, I mean, if I don't call through. Baby, I want to say, never been a boom. I see players no on boom on to say on shadow not to say on common boom. I see, say, you can't be here on tea.
Grandma is a bit emotional this morning. It's understandable. I mean, if you take care of a child and you see the child on the world stage doing massive things, you definitely will feel a bit emotional. And I'm sure this is a proud moment for her as well. So this is the neighborhood where Benjamin Asari actually grew up. Unfortunately, the mom is late, but those who took care of him and ensured that he's able to get to where he is right now are the people that we're having conversations with. There are other people over here who will try and then engage as well, because they've also played, a part in his life one way or the other. So we'll try and engage them also here as well. So let me start off here. Mama mama nkasa yexia. Mama eti say.
Ayo.
Bibia boko.
Onyame ado.
Na pade ye nrade ana ya no pade.
Anopade nrade ume ni kra. Enrani umeni adu. Enranu umeni wa utumida. Pada ru wangalo pada wangalo.
Na aseme na be catch Benjamin.
Oh. Benjamin sayo na oyemi mi bla. Enti mi danasi. Won say na boru na ye bo a able wa dey fa wa second wa ni mami. Third one, they say on picture no star kwele. Oh, I am the auntie.
Oh, okay.
Oh, fear. Ya na be bobo. So be share Eddie. Eddie. Hey. Fear. Devil may cry. Ayeba fo. Kotia. Hey. Kotia. Say bobo. Abe utumi shenu ya dwalenu ya de na she kulu ya yinu eto ba ti ba shenu Swices Saturday one gallon powder Saturday
so biase wa ya de pa ball grant me
abe ofri kotia nu ye didi but ye da Kotia.
Who said also vampires pa or vampire pa?
Who said na way? SM not to mechanical. Oh na anyway obi ana SM abese na be je Kotia na be wakala chokulubi no obanyo wole no way no sympathy for any cripple.
No sympathy for any cripple, and that's the family of Benjamin Asari. Let me sit over here. I've got the entire neighborhood. Everybody's here. Everybody's excited about what Benjamin Asari is doing. Chief, as you saying,
Bibi Aboko. Yeah,
You're saying no Amanda.
And chili power because yeah, blood and wabrepa a bomb. Wow. Because born or started here. Na wow, ni mami.
And that's, a bit of how the home of Benjamin Asare are receiving the performance that he's putting up at the World Cup. We wanted to really hear from you to pick your calls. Unfortunately, we cannot because of time. But you know what? Tomorrow we'll be here again to really understand from you what your review of the Black Star performance is or are. We'll be picking that one from you tomorrow, please. Until then, remember to always be good, but we have a lot of analysis coming on the game here with the sports team bringing you in-depth analysis of what transpired on the pitch yesterday on that football show. So do stay on with us. On behalf of the production team, I say thank you for being a part of us today. We meet, God willing, tomorrow. Please be good.
Now, let me tell you why you should choose Safari Valley as your conference destination.
The new conference building combines modern amenities with the tranquility of nature, providing the perfect backdrop for your next seminar and corporate retreat.
The only conference destination with so many activities, you don't have to travel to visit your tennis club, the gym, or the stables. They have it all.
Enjoy this rooftop viewing deck, basking in the sunlight with the sight of wild animals roaming freely in their natural habitat.
At my break, I'm able to practice my putting.
It's a unique experience